Why does it say live in 5 hours?
You're live.
Are we live? It says waiting. Why are we waiting? That's weird. Okay, now I can see. Oh, hey! I can see some people in the chat. Here early. Fashionably late. We're not that late today. Happy New Year. we said to, we thought we'd make a fresh start. What time is it in Canada, Aaron? Hello, Arthur, Aaron, Mark. Hey, everyone. How about some old talk? What is old talk? So it's officially our first live stream for the new year. I still cannot realize that we just started in another year. It's kind of like it feels that life sort of kind of stopped somewhere February 2020. And everything is sort of on standby, although I admit we have done a lot of things in the meantime. However, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. My part of Canada is in Eastern Standard Time. Canada is so big it occupies 5.5 time zones. What? That's okay. I didn't know. I mean, like, I've never been to Canada and I'm not very informed about the country, apart from the occasional the occasional scandal about Canada. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
In low spirits.
Hello.
And you guys love hockey as I do. Who loves hockey? I've never played hockey, but it looks interesting. Oh, small talk. Okay, so old talk was small talk. Yeah, it's okay. Canadians love hockey. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, like, from conventional sports, I don't think I like anything. And when I say conventional, I mean like the most popular ones. You like rugby?
Yeah.
It's a proper man, a proper man sport.
Yes, yeah.
I like the full spectrum of martial arts, and that's kind of where I draw the line. I find it really interesting.
You like eating feet in your face?
No, I don't. But I like the philosophy, and I like the moves, and I like everything that has to do with martial arts.
And feet in your face?
No, that's the only thing I really regret. I mean, when I was going to Taekwondo, and I was going for years, I was going, like, I was training like 3 or 4 times a week. And I really hated that everybody was barefoot. Like, if you know something, if you know a lot of things about me, like, probably you know that one of my top 3 pet peeves is bare feet. Like foot fetishists, I'm the exact opposite. I vomit on the spot. So I cannot stand the sight of bare feet.
I remember it was mentioned in the Plastin Child website.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we had some kind of micro profiles in Visual K style. Like, Visual K members, usually they list some basic information about them on their websites. And it was kind of like things I love, things I hate, and I think I was writing feet. But what do you think about this topic?
You mean?
You used to do martial arts too?
Yes, to make judo.
Judo.
Yeah.
And did you mind feet?
Um, it's not that you were eating feet in your face in
No,
judo.
you weren't. But I mean, like in the topic of feet, like, are you a fan or are you an anti-fan?
I don't like.
What do you mean? You don't like?
No.
Yeah. Every time he sees, girls
I mean, I don't
with
mind.
sandals and everything.
I don't mind because if it's if you're going to the gym, you need to wash have a shower. It's a thing, you need to do.
Okay, not in the shower or on the beach. I mean,
On
like
the
that's
beach, if
that's
it's
the absolutely necessary,
I don't mind. It's a normal thing, and
Yeah, but when you see girls walking in sandals and stuff, or
And I'm
flip flops and
actually
stuff on the
Can I
street,
finish my sentence? Thank you.
you
Thanks.
always.
And I like connecting with the earth. If I need actually like walking barefoot on the grass, it's something I do like.
You are referring to absolute necessary functions like taking care of your health, washing your body. I'm not
No,
referring to that.
Walking on the grass, it's something that you can define as a dirty activity.
I don't do it. I mean, walking on the grass, I don't consider it to be a dirty activity, as long as obviously you wash your feet when you go in.
Of course.
However, I don't do it because I'm afraid of insects and sharp shit inside the grass, and just no.
But it can be very nice actually connecting
Yes,
with
I
nature.
know, but I cannot run
However,
the risk of stepping on insects
It is a
and
pet peeve of mine,
thorns and
that
shit.
thing. You hit March and everybody's like,
They have whistly feet, the feet that they whistle.
and I like, no, it's kind of almost snowing, and there is haze, and you see people like that.
こんばんは、明けましておめでとうございます。
It's like there is a storm outside, but just because it's not winter anymore, they're like everybody's flip flops. It's like, what, dude?
Oh, hey, Thomas.
What are you doing?
Hey, Thomas, our handsome bassist is online.
There you go.
He says, I miss doing karate. I had a body to die for. Then adulthood and pale ale happened.
Yeah.
Something similar
Don't
happened
say it to me.
Something similar happened to me, but on top of that, I had harassment from my teachers. They kind of like, I was 16 or something, and it was sort of a disgusting atmosphere because you were growing up, and we were like a class of 20 boys of various ages, and 4 girls, and they had started making nasty comments when we were exercising, or just like we had to do an exercise with where the butt was sort of somewhere up high, like crouching or bending and stuff. And they were commenting on our physical characteristics. And then on top of that, I had the second in command of my teachers just asking me out. And I was like, this is disgusting. This is becoming quickly disgusting. So I quit martial arts. I was half black belt back then. I did not complete my training to get the black belt because I felt harassed. It was disgusting. And the teacher also, he had asked me, and I'm like, you. So I gave up like for a number of years. I went back like 6 months before the pandemic began, and I thought that, yes, I'm back at it, and yes, let's be. Then with the pandemic, I couldn't train anymore. I'm back now. It's I find it too dangerous to go back now.
I was into bodybuilding.
Into body bleeding?
Body bleeding. No,
into body bleeding?
I was into bodybuilding. Until then.
Kintore. Kintore is bodybuilding.
Until then, I started getting antidepressants, and then I got fat.
You were not getting antidepressants. You were getting medication for migraine.
Yeah,
That they also give it to people for as an antidepressant.
yeah, and then that muscle turned into fat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we can get back up. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm definitely not standing in front of any camera to take any pictures from our new album.
I really miss that pump. Anyways, it's
I support feet, or rather, feet support me. I prefer to walk than crawl about. That's a very good point, Mark. In that aspect, I definitely support feet too. And it's very important to take care of every part of our body and not forget anything. A holistic approach to health is the way to go.
yeah, definitely.
You could totally have kicked your teacher's ass, no problem. Yeah, the thing is that back then n- it, it was like different. Let's say it was different times, and I just didn't want to make it. I didn't want to make a scene, and I didn't want to bother. However, it did discourage me to go back to class. And during university, I I did go and I asked, around in schools and stuff. But because the instructors were male, I said I'm not going back there. Stupidly, um, so I missed the opportunity to carry on with what I really love.
Carry on
It's one of the very few things. Oh, very nice song. It's one of the very few things that make me focus like 100%. I'm chronically distracted. Working on the internet also does not help with focus. And
This fucking thing, it makes me disfigured.
don't you know that straight stripes are for people who are thin?
Yeah, it makes me bigger.
Yeah,
It makes
straight
me
stripes and
larger.
especially white.
Oh shit!
But it's so logo, so
yeah, but it makes me larger than I actually am.
it's okay.
Fuck.
Yeah, well, this is also. I buy my stuff like these days. I buy my stuff super big, like 2XL literally, because I'm sick and tired of having a wardrobe full of t-shirts that look like, I don't know, like tiny, like a baby size after, I don't know, like three years of wearing them. Because you wash them. Although I don't wash them in a high temperature, and I do not advise that you do either, if you have a dryer, that is. Although I do not, I wash like 30 degrees or something, or 40. All the t-shirts I own like start becoming smaller because they're cotton.
Yeah.
So nowadays I became a bit smarter, and I'm saying like, why not buy 2XL? So maybe in 3 years it's gonna become sort of like an L. So it's gonna be like my size. I usually wear like ML depending on what kind of garment it is. So yeah, at this point, it's and it's beginning to look a lot like fuck this. I'm still wearing a Christmas sweater because in this house we keep all the Christmas decoration and the ambience for like a couple months. I used to keep everything until June. I used to keep everything until June because I really like I like the atmosphere and everything and the bling lights and stuff.
The fuck June,
Until June. And then more depression kicked in. So it started becoming May, then April, then March. And I'm like, you know what? It started becoming shorter. Yeah, depression is a bad thing, guys.
Yeah, June we never did it, Sophia.
Oh, I did. I don't know if it was like before you moved in with me. Let me like ask my mom. It was June. Every fucking month it was June. Like people were stepping into my room. It was like 30 something degrees in Greece, and it was like Merry Christmas.
And it's like, okay, no, June with me, you never did it because I break. Okay, you're making us puke Christmas.
So, what was I saying? So yeah, this looks like a dress at this point. Uh, Good evening, Mitch. Happy musical year. Yeah,
Mitch Buchanan.
Mitch Buchanan joined the chat. Um, and she should have. Very sad. They forced you to quit. They didn't force me to quit, but I felt kind of. I had all those jerks, like boys of my own age, a bit older than me, and younger than me, and they were kind of like whispering to each other when we were doing extra. Oh, did you see the boobs of blah blah blah, or the ass of blah blah blah? Oh, that blondie, whatever. I want to do this and that to her. And I'm like, what a pile of vomit. It's like I felt violated. I'm like, it was so disrespectful.
Oh.
Guys, I'm all about supporting good men and stuff, but please just don't do that to girls. It's really demoralizing. It's disgusting. And yeah, it's animalistic.
Go play your lasers elsewhere.
Ciao Sofia, ciao Sam, un abbraccio forte. Ciao a tutti, salute.
Saluti.
No, no salute, like health.
No,
How do I say health?
salute is when you drink something.
Okay, I'm drinking water, salute. Con acqua.
Yeah.
How do you say health? La salute. What do you say?
You don't say it like that, Sophia.
Okay. I failed at my Italian class. How old were you when that all happened? Oh, hi, J. Argo. I was 16 and I had been training Taekwondo since I was 9, maybe around 9 o'clock. I was gonna say 9 years old to 16 and something, 16 and a half or something. So yeah, that's when it started happening, like 15, 16. It was like, yeah. Happy Christmas is over. It's so depressing and overly commercial. Yes, I do understand that, and I really hate that aspect. It's just that the colorway, the colorway that is typically attributed to Christmas, which is like Bordeaux and deep, very warm gold and white and all that stuff. It really calms me down, and it really makes me happy. The kind of like the Christmas tree that is over there, but you cannot see the lights and everything shiny and stuff. It really helps my mood. It really alleviates any depressive symptoms or anxiety or whatever for me. And the same counts for snow. However, it is an extremely stressful period for people that are not on very good terms with family, and no judgment there, or that have negative associations about the festive period. I do have many. I have many. Um, Luckily, too morbid. However, horrible family fights, spending Christmas in a very shitty mood and stuff. However, I try to separate my love for the festive period and what it means for me personally, even if nobody else existed, from the negative connotations that it had because this and that happened that period, like endless fights and horrible shit in my house and stuff. So yeah, I said I'm not gonna allow you to step on my absolutely most favorite period of the year with your dirty shit. So I said, just bing, I'm just going to join it anyway and fuck off. So Christmas is fun. I love it, but sometimes too stressful and too much pressure. Yeah, exactly. That is why I advise you all to just, if you can, step by step, to just try to think outside the box. Those moral obligations and all that stressful shit. I mean, like, you are not obliged to do any of that. And you can just, what, I'm just taking my eyes, or I'm taking my eyes plus, somebody else, my friends, my whoever I want, and we go and spend Christmas somewhere else. which is an absolutely a valid choice. It should never be about pressure and about any sort of obligation, because then when it becomes a tick, like a box to tick, it definitely becomes very heavy and stressful, and you really lose the meaning of what this is all about, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Okay, that's still the live chats. So either you celebrate it or not, I hope you are well and you are safe. I know that although
actually
I
not
do avoid
important.
talking about it, because it's kind of like, it's on everywhere you look. The talk about the current plague of the last 2 years, and I know the last manifestation of it is spreading too fast and
Well,
too easily, and I
it's
just hope you and your families are all safe. And if you happen to be going through it, I hope it passes
as possible.
as fast as possible with zero damage after that.
What they're saying is that is the weakest version.
Yes, but it's like no walk in the park either.
Yeah,
It's still the plague.
yeah.
It's still this horrible, horrible invasive thing that I find it very hard to believe that it ever existed in nature, but that's just me. Um, that's a different kind of conversation. And yeah, so what have we been doing? Um,
Oh fuck me.
so we so we typically um, watch a bunch of Christmas movies and stuff,
What are you
play some
talking
video
about?
games and stuff, eat some Christmassy stuff. So yeah, we did all that.
Was cancelled.
What did you say?
Christmas was cancelled
Why was Christmas
from
canceled?
my agenda.
Oh, we did the whole thing, but it was kind of like a bit more reserved and a bit shorter, the activities of
Yeah,
Christmas, because we had a lot of studio work.
still have.
I think I am missing
Yeah, what are you missing?
a bit of the live chats.
Actually, it took quite a bit of days of holidays.
Shit.
What shit?
Nothing.
I took quite a few days of holidays, and I'm using this to work lots of hours on the production because it requires quite um, some days to proceed further.
Oh, you took off the jumper, the pullover.
Yeah, okay, I couldn't stand it. It was making me look like I was
Like a father-in-law.
yeah, it's nice, but I really need to lose my fucking kilos and then wear that thing.
You and me both. And
Um, and nothing. I lost my point. It got distracted.
okay, so one of the Christmas movies that we hadn't watched before was Krampus. We had the 2015 movie, and initially I didn't want to watch it because I was like, it sounds like a bunch of BS. Not the Legend of Krampus, but the movie itself. Eventually, it wasn't that bad. It was very nicely made. I found it
Fun.
felt like the way the movie flowed. It felt like a bit weird,
No, not at all.
but eventually, it was not a bad
It
movie.
was great.
It was not a bad movie.
Probably one of those movies that you start a tradition and you watch it every year.
What, Krampus?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't watch it every year. The only movies I can watch every year is Home Alone, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and
He has nothing to do
that's
with
where it ends for
Christmas.
me. Yeah, well, for Christmas, the Home Alone, I mean, it should be the only one I can watch every year. What else can every year? What else can you watch every year?
I would
If
watch
you, I mean, like if you have any sort
Home
of Christmas tradition
Alone,
like that.
Grinch, the Grinch cartoon of '66. I would watch probably Jingle of the Bells, a Jingle of the Week. Sorry,
What?
Jingle of the Week.
What jingle of the week?
I think it was that the title.
Jingle all the way?
And I think it was Jingle of the Week the title.
No, it's not.
The one with Schwarzenegger.
Watch two of my favorite Christmas movies, Love Actually and The Holiday, only to realize how awful they are in retrospect.
Come
Thomas,
on, Love Who is
I-
Thomas saying it?
yes.
I knew it. Come on. I'm gonna spank you when I see you.
I'm going to spank you. So
You deserve a spank.
I had never watched Love Actually. The same way I had never watched any of the
You
90s
deserve a spank.
romantic comedies and stuff. Like back then I was snubbing them like hardcore, and right now in retrospect I come to appreciate them because the movies these days, they suck, in my opinion, always.
I told her watch this movie. It's completely horrendous. Completely trashy. Completely, it's things of those beans, that you eat for breakfast.
Stinks for what?
Like those beans with the tomato that people eat for breakfast.
British breakfast.
Yeah, completely like that. But
Love Actually,
yeah.
the summary, it's like eating a British breakfast.
Yeah, completely that quality. But
and
watch it
with black pudding or not.
It's don't get me with the black pudding, please.
That's why I said it. So I had never watched it.
But please watch it because it's whatever. And
I had never watched it, and I said, okay, Christmas movies, it's available. Let's give it a go. So, I mean,
there you have it.
The cast, the actors themselves, they were very well known, and I was so happy to see Alan Rickman. He's
Definitely.
He's amazing. He was really amazing, and but I mean, this kind of that is, they are super star-studded.
Please,
everything. They usually
reminder on my calendar. Spank Thomas.
Alexa is gonna remind him. So usually this kind of movies with too many famous people inside, they lack in plot. But I guess the point is not the plot in this kind of movies. The point is
the beans.
People fangirling over the oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. That's I don't know, the famous person. And we had watched last year. We had watched another one with Halle Berry, and who was it? Like New Year's Day, something like that. That was an American production, and it was kind of like in the same vein, much more recent as a movie. And again, it was kind of like, oh, all those famous people, but the movie was like,
instead of beans,
I mean, it was more about the ambience of Christmas, various stories merging into one. Bad. I mean, like, I've seen worse. I've seen Twilight. So,
why do you have to mention Twilight here?
Well,
Is that very bad?
what was it? This year we watched all of them, or was it last year? Are you sure?
Don't mention it here. I feel bad.
Ma che cazzo questo
I
faccino?
can't breathe.
Madonna. Well, I don't remember exactly when we watched, because I told him, come on, so many years have passed. Let me reassess the movies. I had just watched the first one time, like
Stop.
50 years ago.
Stop.
And I said
quiet.
Oh, Madonna mia. So we watched all of them in a row, and I'm like, what kind of vomit is that? I mean, like, no offense to people who like Twilight. I love vampires and everything.
Yes, offense to people who like Twilight.
No offense to anybody. Everybody is entitled to and has the right to like whatever they want to like.
No, you're not entitled.
Personally, I was shocked, especially at the last few movies, whatever that was.
Especially at the money that you spent. I feel pity for you.
What money did I spend?
The people that spent the money and made the movie.
Yeah, but do you know how much money they made? I mean, it's still a top
Sophia,
hit among.
Sophia, you might change the topic because I am not politically correct. I'm not a person that is
It has n-
politically correct.
It has nothing to do with politics.
Sophia, I am not politically correct. It
It
is a
has not-
YouTube channel.
It has nothing to do with politics. It's just a movie.
No, Sophia, for the words I'm gonna say,
Oh my god.
you change topic. They're gonna ban us. They're gonna close us.
Okay, fine.
They're gonna close your
Okay,
band.
fine. So about movies that people can watch every year, I have one Lord of the Rings. Yes. I can watch existential documentaries. What, Mitch? I wonder if there are any Christmas vampire movies that we could force Zombie Sam to like. No, but we could make
Look
one.
at you. You will be
Is there?
spunked.
Signomi λίγο. Is there any Christmas vampire movie that you know of? I cannot recall any. Do you guys know of any? I cannot recall any. I mean, apart from Christmas episodes of the Vampire Diaries and the originals, I don't know any movie.
With those two things,
They were not that bad.
Those two things.
Thomas says, I'm a beta male who loves comedy, romance, anime. Leave me alone and don't spank me.
You will be spanked, and you won't be spared. I still need to think what kind of tool I will use to spank you, but
Christmas jumper reminds me of Mark Darcy. I mean, Bridget Diary.
Bridget Diary, yes, I'm this kind of girl.
What is the Bridget Diary?
Bridget, do you understand?
Bridget Jones' Diary?
Yeah.
How can I understand that?
Where am I living?
I thought that there was something else called that, like Bridget Diary.
And what? The person who likes the Vampire Diaries.
Okay, I'm not the greatest fan, but I mean, it was not that horrible. Definitely not as bad as Twilight, thanks.
Okay, I don't
It
really
actually-
she watches V Wars and all this kind of alternate
never-
scenarios, but she doesn't like.
I've never watched V Wars, but I would like to because Ian Somerhalder made it, and I like him.
He made it because he's a genius, right?
Well, he's nice actually. He looks like a nice guy. He looks low profile and everything. Or are these like Hallmark style cheesy movies? Yes, exactly. Arthur says, I like all the different Christmas Carol movies, the old real creepy ones especially, but it's a lesson not learned. We never learn, do we? Yeah, the Christmas Carol is a good one, always. Bridget Jones' Diary, okay. Patrick Stewart did a great Scrooge. Sir Patrick Stewart. What a classic. I see. So, actually, the highlights of 2021 for me, and the thing that I had been looking forward the most, was definitely the 4th season of Cobra Kai. And if you guys are following my Twitter, you're probably sick and tired of hearing me talking about this. But I'm a really big fan. I'm like a very big fan.
I'm a fan of the whole Karate Kid.
So we did watch.
Apart from the one with Jackie Chan, it was completely bollocks.
Okay, it was a different style. I have never watched it. And I had no idea that that was Will Smith's kid.
And it was.
I only recently learned that that was Jaden Smith. So we did watch the 4th season of Cobra Kai, and I really, we really found it
Terry Silver, guys.
Stellar.
Terry Silver.
It was really good. Like literally everything. They took care of everything. Lots of love went into everything, and I mean, I can tell
extra story.
Yeah, I can tell that these people are working with so much passion. They haven't spoiled the storyline, and hopefully they will not anytime soon.
Thank God it's not that extra Marvel overcompensating with the extra special effects. This is that 90s extra 90s thing that is just story, and it's like, thank you for that.
Yeah, some good story.
Thank God.
And the actors are good.
It's not, you cannot overcompensate it with anything else but story. And I'm like, thank you, I needed that.
And the music is good.
Music, yeah.
Like the original music, even.
Yes.
Not just the synchronization.
Yeah, and they are,
The
getting
original
involved
music.
with the proper original music from the past. So, there are some covers from,
No, I mean the original music they
rearrangements.
made for the
Yeah.
series is very good.
Yeah, and it's like, thank you, I needed that.
Mm.
And that's it.
I just
I don't need
obviously
special effects. I just need that emotions.
obviously my only complaint is that
Fuck
it
off.
wasn't longer, but I also appreciate the fact that they focus on quality and not quantity.
Hmm.
Because it's very easy if you like make a season of 20 episodes to make it kind of like
Yeah.
not so much quality. So
And the fact that they make you wait, okay, they make you wait, but 1 year.
yeah, at least it's 1 year.
Okay.
It's not like Stranger Things.
That's it.
I mean,
Because
we are
Stranger
waiting.
Things again, it's the same style, but I'm waiting 2 years. I got detached from the thing.
Yeah, we love Stranger Things, but you literally get detached from the series, and the kind of like the love kind of wanes when you have to wait that long.
And they are missing the point. Exactly why? Because they are involving too much in too many special effects and doing that.
But
Missing the point.
you cannot do a supernatural kind of series in that style without involving special effects. What the hell are you talking about?
Yes, however, now you have the budget, you can speed it up.
You can what?
You can speed up. Sorry.
Ah, and I'm like, what's spit? So, guys, have you watched something lately that is worth watching, or do you avoid uh, Netflix or whatever, and you're disconnecting from everything?
And don't mention me about Spider-Man, because obviously everybody's mentioning about the latest Spider-Man.
They are still showing it in the cinema.
Yeah.
Old Karate Kid is the best movie with a classic 80s montage. Even Scarface had a montage. What was it with the 80s and montages? Yeah. It's it's kind of like so nostalgic, seeing all those things that right now they're not considered to be, the thing to do, or like bad technique and stuff. But it was so cute because they were doing what they could with what they had. So I really take it for what it is, and I really don't mind all that kind of stuff. It kind of, makes me even more warm and fuzzy than anything. Orphan Black. The next chapter on Realm podcast is the only thing I'm really into. I thought Orphan Black was a TV series. Is that like a podcast? Like what is it exactly?
Yeah.
I never got into Stranger Things. It's too derivative of Stephen King's work. Amazon Prime mainly for the Wheel of Time series. Mark, is it any good? I heard a lot of things about it. I think that the Wheel of Time is a very ambitious project by Amazon Prime that supposedly wants to put Game of Thrones to shame because of the budgets and effects and stuff involved. I've never watched Game of Thrones.
Can't do that.
I mean, many times I said maybe I should give it a try, but I'm very discouraged by nudity and raw violence. Mostly the nudity. I cannot do sex on screen.
Also the violence.
But also very very graphic violence. I can do like punches and stuff like martial arts or just mob fights and stuff. Um, but I cannot do graphic violence.
Yeah, I can do this.
But for me, it's mostly the nudity. I just no.
I mean,
I feel like a fucking peeping tom. Like if you want to see naked bodies, just go to a whatever porn website and just do your thing. When I want to be entertained by art, I don't want to see anybody doing anything overly suggestive.
Yeah, I can do that. Sorry.
But that's my my opinion.
Yeah.
I got tired of formulaic Hollywood shows and proceeded to get hooked on anime. Probably a bit more formulaic, but oh well. Um, well, yes, anime is a different state of mind, but I do understand because I like anime too. It's just, it's just a completely different mentality, the Japanese mentality, which I thoroughly enjoy, of course, when it has to do with some movies and anime and stuff. So that's a solid choice.
Yeah.
The montage with the first Rocky film. The director of Rocky actually did Karate Kid too. Oh, is that so?
I don't
I
remember.
didn't know.
Was the father of the guy that owns Sumerian Records.
Oh,
Yeah.
Orphan Black was a 5-season TV show. Then it continued in podcast form. Oh, seriously? Like, uh, how can I say? The voice actors, like a full-blown voice. They don't call it voice drama. How do they call it?
And don't speak about blowing things. He's gonna appear
Robin
in
is gonna come. Sorry, Robin.
Gubin.
All the cats are hibernating in the bedroom. Nobody's appearing.
Gubin.
It uses events from the books, but they're portrayed in their own way. It's not too bad just seeing how they go about it. Okay, so The Wheel of Time is a book series. I think I read it somewhere, but I haven't read the books.
Gubin.
Audio drama. Yes, that's what I was looking for. I see.
Gubin.
I see. So what we have been watching, apart from Cobra Kai, is one of his favorite series, which is Dawson's Creek.
It's not one of my favorites. It's one of the things I used to like.
Well, he likes Michelle Williams. That's why he likes Dawson's Creek. But apart from that,
Yeah.
I find
But I don't like it because of Dawson's Creek. I used to like it even before.
before Dawson's Creek, when she was like 5,
She acted in Halloween.
younger.
I think so.
Yes.
Trude, okay.
How many cats do you have? 5.
Trudy.
Lady.
Trudy.
Ciao.
Trudy, papà.
Vieni.
Papà. Hey, stop.
Used.
Trudy, papà. E questo?
Levi.
Papà.
Sì.
Papà.
Levi.
Papà. Papà.
Levi.
Papà.
She's confused. She's showing you her private parts. What was I saying? So about Dawson's Creek, major cringe. I mean, he really likes the series, but even when I was a teenager, I never liked this kind of series. I was just the kind of geek who was watching X-Files, and I just wanted to see and mentally headbang to alien conspiracies and weird monsters of the week and stuff like that. But he liked like teenage series. I really didn't like the fact that everybody was dating. Like it was like a core of like 4, 5, 6 people, whatever, and everybody was dating everybody. That kind of Beverly Hills kind of style. And I was like, nope, it goes against my values. It goes against my ethics. I'm not gonna date my friend's ex-boyfriends or the person she liked. It's like if my friend liked someone, that someone was off the table. So unless you decided together with your friend that, yeah, I'm giving up on that person so you can go ahead or something, but no, it goes against my ethics completely. I really don't like that. Plus they sit and they sleep and they sit on the bed with shoes. Guys, if somebody from the US is watching right now, could you please kindly
remove your
help
fucking
me
shoes.
help me understand why in American TV series and movies we see people on the bed with The fucking shoes.
In general, remove your fucking shoes.
I mean, I remove my fucking shoes as soon as I enter my home.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What do you want your bacteria inside the house?
Bacteria. The sette malattie.
Yeah. Even before
every
the
kind
pandemic.
every kind of plague. Shit. Pee.
From outside.
Animal shits. Pee.
Plus,
Vomits.
do you know that you can carry flea eggs
Yeah, of
from
course.
outside under your shoes because they are invisible?
Mm-hmm.
This is how you carry flea eggs.
And you carry
them inside your carpets.
Your carpets, and you get a flea infestation, and your pets get fleas, and it's like, dude.
Just a bit of awareness is for you to know.
Hello to everyone who just joined. Mark says, I watched the new Dune film. It's one in a series. I like how it differed from the old version. It has potential to be really good. Yeah, they made a big deal out of it. I haven't watched it though, but it's on my watch list. Oh, ciao.
No.
Ciao. No? 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 No. Okay, no. I'm not talking to you.
Questo meeting è lungo.
I don't understand it. I was never raised that way. About the shoes, you mean? Or the dating, everybody dating each other, like in a group of people.
The monkeys outside.
So anyway, the Dawson's Creek is a bit too hormonal for me. Like right from the pilot episode, everybody was like, "Oh my god, sex! Oh my god, sex! Oh my god, I'm dating this! Oh my god, hormones that!" Or the parents were humping on the table, or just like, "Let me," you know. I was like,
well, because you haven't seen
too many implied body fluids for my liking.
Sophia.
Keep it in your pants.
Sophia.
I cannot. No.
Trudeau agrees. No. So Trudeau wants to see these things.
Oh, she wants to see those things. Okay, she's a promiscuous kind of cat.
Yeah. Tu vai in chiesa.
Okay. Sophia, you mentioned in an interview with Metal Female Voices Festival, you were working as a music promoter. Do you believe that in order to be considered for a major contract, an artist must do promotion on an epic level? Absolutely. And you need to be doing self-promotion on an epic level to simply stand a chance. There is no guarantee you're going to get a major or even medium level of contracts. Like I assume you mean a record label contract, yeah? So yeah, and from the times that I was working as a music promoter, which was like between 2005 and 2010, things have changed a lot. But even back then, it was sort of kind of the same way. So the times where the record label was kind of like your fairy godmother, and they were picking you up from a club or something, are sort of gone. Yeah. And also that's true about all the thick and the fat budgets that existed back then. Right now, the record labels, they do not have that much money, and you need to basically be a jack of all trades, and actually a good one, to attract the eyes for label. My point is, if you're so good at all of that and you're a good jack of all trades, you fucking don't need a label. Like there are case studies who are really doing very, very well without a record label. I think in the metal scene, it's Imperial Age are doing very well. They are from Russia. And, you know, last time I checked, they didn't have any label. However, they are doing very prolific tours. They have a very solid fan base. And they are doing all sorts of activities. And basically, hats off to them. They don't need, I mean, so good if you become like, I don't know, a Hollywood level masterpiece on your own. Why the fuck would you want to share money with a label?
Yeah.
I mean, and no bad blood with record labels, but they sort of want to have it all. They are still used to the times that they had all the power and they were controlling all the fame and the connections and the PR and the touring and
Yeah,
the promotion and everything.
definitely.
Things are not like that anymore. Like with the power of the internet, like literally everyone from the last hellhole on earth, as long as they have an internet connection, they can become popular or even famous, depending
Yeah,
on how they handle themselves, their product.
definitely.
But yeah, so there are many bands who just this is also the reason why we left from our old record label. I didn't find any merit being with them. I said just, okay, this is a debut album. I'm starting from scratch because I had just left Bloodstained Child. Said I'm starting from scratch. So maybe, um, you just need the legitimacy, the seal of approval of a record label, mostly for, what others see, for the opinion of others, to say that, oh yeah, that the band is new but it was signed with that good label and blah blah blah. But otherwise, literally there was no merit because I was funding the entire Season of Ghosts projects, like from my own pocket, 100%. I was funding all the extras, like the video clip, the touring, the merchandising, everything, all the publicity. I got it on my own with my personal PR list, um, personal marketing campaigns. I mean, like everything I did it on my own, like even before Sam joined. So um, the pre-orders and everything. So yeah, I said, why share profits with a label? There is no meaning. So yeah, that's how it happened. Che fai? Eh? Che fai? The shoes things. I'm American and absolutely do not understand the people here who don't want to take their shoes off inside. I'm asking mostly because obviously this is not my culture, and I understand that there is a cultural element to this whole thing, because I believe it's unique to America. We see it only in American movies. Um, so I just wanted to ask the same way, like for example, the Japanese or maybe even other Asian people. Um, it's kind of like an absolute rule that no kind of shoe that has been outside gets inside. They have a special allocated place in their entrance for the shoes. And even when you go to see rental properties, something, an apartment that I wanted to rent. The guy, the clerk, he was shoes. I'm like, what? Like nobody's living inside here. It's empty. He was
Yeah,
like, this is Japan. I'm like, okay, got it. So I just took off my shoes and stuff. It's like it's a good thing. I like it. I mean, that I like to keep things clean inside the house. Did it, did it. Um, some. Oh, okay. I'm from a lot of different areas in the 50 for people who wear shoes in mentality towards cleanliness. Okay, makes sense. Some try to keep their shoes clean instead or vacuum a lot. It's weird. Well, that's the thing. It's not about vacuuming.
yeah,
It's about sterilizing. Like, okay, you vacuumed, fine. You don't have like grains of, I don't know, mud, uh, patches of mud. However, the
bacteria.
bacteria, you cannot vacuum it away. You need to sterilize your carpet with 100 degrees kind
Grease
of machine with a
machine.
steam. You need to literally sweep the floor with antibacterial stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, you can wear shoes indoors if the shoes are just for indoors.
yeah,
I mean, I have a pair of shoes designated just when I exercise. on the elliptical machine, for
But
example.
what's the fucking point?
But that's it. But I'm Greek, and that's also how we grew up.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a cultural element. I just wanted to understand a bit more
Yeah.
what it's on about, or why is it happening, or is it happening just in movies or just real life too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I, for one, do not understand it, not only from a cleanliness perspective, but also a comfort one. Even the most comfortable shoes I have ever worn still aren't as comfortable as just socks alone. Yeah.
Or even slippers.
That is very true. That is very true. And
Stop shouting.
yeah, socks, and I always wear orthopedic kind of slippers at home because I'm getting old and I'm becoming an old lady, and I need
Yeah.
orthopedic stuff on my feet. So I totally understand that. The only reason I understand it a little is my brother spends 90% of his waking hours outdoors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Going in and out so much, he just chooses to clean the house more. Okay. Yeah. Well, in that case, you just optimize and work around your lifestyle.
Very well.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who do not take their shoes off here in the States, and I don't understand it even as a natural born US citizen. That makes sense. I guess Americans are just less clean. Guys, you would be surprised to see how other countries are more or less clean. As it's a particular level of, it's a particular subtopic of interest for me, cleanliness. So I really like to observe people from various
Yeah.
parts of Earth, how they behave,
Yeah.
and obviously you need to observe many of each nation to sort of start to form an opinion. But it's very interesting for me. The Greeks and the Italians are very bitchy with hygiene and cleanliness and personal hygiene and everything.
And food.
And food. Oh, I know how different it can be. I spent time in Austria. Right. I've never been in Austria, but you used to live in Austria, didn't you?
Mm-mm.
Of course, it also varies a lot throughout the US. Yeah, because people are unique,
Yeah.
You cannot just throw everybody in the same pot and say, like, "Bleh," make a generalization. Kitty. Heavy. You are shedding, Coritimo. You're shedding.
Yeah, pretty much it.
So, just to wrap things up a bit, what we did was this entire festive period was really, really work on the album, and I also made some. I also personally, we are still working. We still have a ton of things to do. I personally have progressed a lot in terms of vocal lines and lyrics and everything. So soon I will be able to start sharing with you. I just wanted to, get the stress off my chest, so to speak, first before I start sharing things with people. Because it's not fun when you just and then eventually you don't meet the deadline. It's like humiliation.
Yeah.
So to avoid that, I just stopped being so much on social media. Maybe you have noticed we've been very, very quiet. I know it's not the best thing to do for social media, but honestly, sometimes you just need to unplug and to focus on what really needs to be done.
Working 8 hours a day on this.
Yeah, and I'm really also working on my health a lot because I have various health needs, both mentally and physically. So I'm spending a lot of time there too.
I'm not doing any of that.
You are.
Oh, no.
Some. You're doing some of that.
I'm completely bonkers.
Well, I'm pushing you.
Completely hungover.
It varies a fair bit in Canada too. Canada!
Are you dirty?
Do people in Canada wear shoes on the bed?
Do you need to be spanked?
I mean, it's still in the Anglosphere.
Do you need to be spanked?
And it's still the American continent. So I had no idea. Like I said, like, guys, feel free to educate me about
I
Canada.
bacini
I
tu.
don't know much apart from Justin Trudeau. That is
I bacini.
a special kind of way.
I bacini.
So yeah, we've
It's
been
been so nice to be here.
we've been working in the shadows, like with the guys,
Shadow.
with
I bacini tu.
what?
I bacini tu. Bacini.
So I'm predicting some seriously good music for you in 2022, and you're not gonna have to wait much longer for that. We are um, aspiring to finish everything by like February or something. So hopefully, come start of spring, we can start giving you new material, like definitely starting with a new song. So
Called I
yeah.
Eat Spaghetti.
What?
The first song. Called I Eat Spaghetti.
I ate spaghetti.
I Eat Spaghetti.
I hate spaghetti. I'm not sure about that. Well, which one of the song is the I ate spaghetti?
Why spaghetti?
Which one of the
Why
songs is it?
spaghetti?
Spaghetti,
Eh,
la pasta, pomodoro.
see, she's looking at you like.
Sì, lady. I know my Italian accent sucks. What can I do?
Bambina.
What can I do? Stop
Questa-
showing your ass to the kids.
No, questa è mia figlia. Dai bacini. Quelli belli. Dai bacini.
Basically, if we're close to America, and most of us are, we don't. If you're more than an hour away from the US border, it's more relaxed, especially if you're on a reservation. A reservation? Like indigenous people's reservation?
Madonna mia.
I mean, I don't mean to sound stupid, but please explain.
Explain
Can't
yourself.
wait to practice the songs from the new album with you guys. Let's melt faces in 2022, Thomas says. Absolutely, Thomas.
You will
And
still be spanked.
you will not be spared. Oh, come on. I mean, we watched all the romantic comedies that they were so fantastic.
However,
Notting Hill and all that. They were so nice. I was completely shitting on them for the entire 90s, and I was like, and now, in retrospect, I'm like, oh my God, we had some semi-decent movies, and I did not appreciate them back then, but I do now, thanks shitty cinema of the 20s or something.
Let's play music together after you get spanked.
We call them First Nations, but yes, yeah, indigenous / First Nations.
Um,
I have been following a few people from the First Nations, various First Nation people from online, and they have some very interesting things to say. And I do believe that if there is a group that has been
don't sneeze in
wronged
my
by the
face.
world, it's them.
Hey.
And it's not just in the Americas. I mean, like all sorts of indigenous people and First Nation all across the earth.
Stop cupping in my face.
It's unspeakable,
Wear a mask.
what they have been through. And I do support like empowering these First Nations. I really feel for them, and I really want to educate myself more about
Hey.
the topic and sort of be of help.
Stop
If I
cupping in my
can.
face. Wear a mask.
We were in contact with Native Americans. Like my family was living in Venezuela, so there was lots of Native Americans like down there back then. So we had plenty of amazing art. We still have lots of amazing art at home, and yeah. So I kind of always had. They always had a special place in my heart. But I believe it's time to learn more about that.
What to learn more?
About First Nations people. And there are plenty of influencers these days And
Whatever you do, just bring me burrito.
what?
I love their food.
Well, I'm speaking First Nations everywhere. In Japan, there were First Nations.
Okay. I thought about
In
South
Australia, there
America.
were First Nations. Like all the Nations in general,
About people in South America.
And they also tend to be very, very good looking.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, men and women, they tend to be very good looking.
They have extremely good looking people. Are you talking? Are you joking?
Okay, wonderful.
People in South America, they all have extreme food.
The food, yes, yes, and the local art and
the art you have home. It's great.
Yeah, the art we have home is amazing.
Those wooden carvings.
Yeah, it's really nice.
There's that face with a cigar.
Yeah, and the carpets and the stuff that we have on the wall.
The carpets are not very super.
No, they're incredible. They are incredible. They have.
It's not my style, but
they have
those
beautiful
wooden
colors.
carvings are incredible, and they're even huge. So
jewelry and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess, guys, if you have any,
praying all the time?
I'm not praying. I'm clapping like one time. What's the fuck is your problem?
Fuck off.
Fuck off. Okay. So guys, if you have any last questions, just please let me know. Otherwise, we're gonna wrap up
Don't ask anything.
shortly.
That was the wrap up, Sophia.
What?
You cannot wrap up with the wrap up.
I can do it.
It's not fair to me.
It's not fair to you. Lady.
No.
Guys, thank you so much for the first live stream of the year. And we promise that you're gonna get sick of hearing about us, new stuff about us. We're gonna get quite active. And hopefully humanity in the meantime is going to recover so we can sort of start meeting face to face.
He's coming.
Robin? Robin. Madonna.
That was a hiss.
That was a hiss. I don't know if you heard. When can we have an all acoustic stream with a new guy? We have not rehearsed for a while, but that's going to happen too. Acoustic or not, maybe it's going to be like proper electric set.
After
For no reason. Rom-coms are good. I'm fine. They are fine. So yeah, like very soon you are going to have full electric sets and acoustic sets and everything. Want to keep repeating acoustic stuff and become just too repetitive. I hate repetition. I'm kind of like allergic to too much repetition. So yeah, we're holding back on that for the time being. Robin has been captured.
No.
He hasn't been captured. Just a last minute hello from Robin. Ciao, Robin. He was the Grinch this year. Oh, Madonna. Blood. For some reason, Persian cats they keep licking their nose all the time. It's too funny.
It's the boy.
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 So anyway, guys,
where are the balls? Show me the balls. Show me.
Can we stop the stream before you start freaking out with the balls?
Show me the balls.
Can we?
Show me
Why do we have to subject people to this kind of treatment? Madonna.
The boy. The boy.
You do understand people are gonna think you're a cat fetishist.
The boy.
Like the bad kind.
The boy. Oh, you boy.
He doesn't want you. He refuses you.
No, he's gonna hug me.
Oh, Madonna.
No.
No, that's a no.
No,
that's not the time. You do not have his explicit consent.
I know. Why no?
No hook for you.
No, why no?
No hook.
Not
No hook.
No. Let's try again. Hug, father.
No,
Mom, this is too much.
give me the cat. Give me. Did you show the guys your new socks? I think you did. Give me the cat.
No!
We need to wrap up the stream.
You've wrapped up. There's the matter with the fucking wrap ups.
Give me the cat.
No. You cruel animal.
Okay, last minute drama. Sorry about that, guys. What can I do?
The boy. The boy. Give birth to this child
Again.
from the tip of my pip.
What is your pip? What is a pip? No. Can we? Boh, basta. Boh,
You want
e
the child?
basta.
Take the child.
Basta. Give.
I take.
I give.
I take.
Oh, madonna mia.
The child.
Oh, thank you so much for watching. Don't you have any socks to throw?
No.
No sock throwing today, but I advertised it as a sock throwing event. There's gonna be no socks today. What the hell?
You looked for it.
I looked for it. Robin is gonna protect me. I have a cat shield. No, I have a cat shield. No,
A goobin.
no,
A goobin.
no. So, guys, a last minute hello from here. Hi, Nora.
Bye bye.
Oh, wait. Random question. Have you guys ever considered touring North America? Yes, we have, but things became very difficult with the visas and then with the pandemic. Just our hopes evaporated 100%. But we have previously played in the US, in Texas specifically.
Goobin. Push tastini.
No, don't push tastini.
Che faccio? Ma che faccio?
The socks. No, questo è Robin. Ciao tutti.
Bye bye.
Goodbye, everyone. And have a good evening wherever you are. And see you next time. Okay?
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.